Alright, next up is 𝐻𝐻𝐻 in second place. Are there any friends here who are 𝐻𝐻𝐻? Are there many? 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is actually a master communicator. We're talking about someone who really knows how to connect with others. At the same time, they're also a great friend who loves to listen. The most important thing between people is communication, right? And among a group of friends, the most crucial role is being a bridge between everyone. So, whenever we have something on our minds, who do we go to first? It's 𝐻𝐻𝐻, of course. He listens patiently to every word you say, and he always gives you sincere and thoughtful advice. What he cares about most is how you feel. So 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is truly understanding, isn't he? When it comes to relationships, we should all learn from 𝐻𝐻𝐻 because her kindness makes her especially likable to others. In a crowd, he can quickly become familiar with everyone. So, whether it's in the family or at work, if you have someone like 𝐻𝐻𝐻 among your friends or family members, congratulations. All of our conflicts, all of those difficulties simply don't exist because 𝐻𝐻𝐻 will handle things with a calm mindset. With a very friendly attitude, he helps everyone to share the burdens and joys. Alright then, let's take a look. Does Fifi have any friends like Fifi? So, if anyone has a friend of Fifi, then congratulations to you. Why? Because you are the most likely person to succeed. Why is that? Because you never procrastinate and act quickly. We always say, when it comes to ideas, what's the most important thing when doing something? Having ideas. And having the drive to take action. As for Fifi, he is what we call a creator. Whenever Fifi sees something he likes, he acts on it immediately. He never waits for anyone. Fifi is always the very first person to confidently step out far ahead of the rest of the crowd. He is full of wisdom, and Fifi is also always willing to take the initiative to help everyone. He is truly a great friend to us. Not only does Fifi think quickly, but her rich expressiveness and infectious energy are remarkable as well. When he expresses herself, he is also very precise. Her intelligence and wit go without saying. Yes, we're talking about Fifi. Isn't it especially easy for her to succeed? Because whatever he needs to do, he gets it done right away. Unlike some people around us, right? We have a lot of friends with ideas. If you also have a friend, a family member, or maybe a subordinate who is a Fifi type, then you really need to pay extra attention. When it comes to opening up new markets or exploring new places, they are the best candidates for the job. So the first thing we should do is put Fifi types on the front line. Wow, then the market will really open up and opportunities will be everywhere, right? That's pretty good. All right, let's take a look at the next part. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 friends. So what are the characteristics of 𝐻𝐻𝐻? They're quite special. Very meticulous and delicate in many things. That's because they're thinkers who consider every detail thoroughly. We call them thinkers. They think of things you wouldn't even consider. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 will think of them for you. They're very attentive, always considering the needs of others first, right? They always take care of what others think before anything else. That's why they especially love to learn. Because they believe everything needs to be very clear. In everything, we need to think things through and understand them clearly. We say that learning has no boundaries. This saying fits 𝐻𝐻𝐻 perfectly. He often thinks of things you wouldn't even consider, and he constantly goes to take different courses. When he studies and learns, he's more focused and interested than anyone else. Plus, 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is a very persistent child, isn't he? Whatever he does, he never gives up easily. He keeps thinking and thinking until he finds the answer to her problem. We really admire Mumu's perseverance. Alright, let's look at the next one. Alright, are there any friends of Boo Boo here? Friends of Boo Boo, wow, since we've come to such a beautiful world, we definitely have to explore it, right? Boo Boo represents someone who does a deep exploration of this world on behalf of humanity. Is Boo Boo here? Everything about him is full of curiosity. He really needs to know things, and he also knows very clearly what he wants. He has a very flexible mind, and he's also very carefree. As we say, he walks his own path. He can easily and independently go off on his own, all for the sake of his exploration and his desire to understand the world of the future. He is willing to give and make sacrifices. So, a lot of people also really like someone who does things their own way. The explorer Boo Boo, for example, because his personality is extremely bold and uninhibited. That's why Boo Boo is also liked and admired by many people. We often say that in any group, there will always be a Boo Boo, because we're all watching to see where Boo Boo will lead us next. Because Boo Boo is very calm and peaceful, and is also very objective when dealing with people and things. That's why we especially like being with Boo Boo, because you absolutely won't feel any pressure when you're with Boo Boo. Boo Boo is naturally someone who is free and easygoing. An explorer. It's really comfortable being with them, isn't it? Alright, let's take a look. Are there any friends of 𝐒𝐻𝐻 here? Yes, type it out on the screen, okay? Yes, we're talking about you. 𝐒𝐻𝐻 friends are just that tasteful. We have a lot of enjoyment and taste. It's something you're born with. If you have it, you have it. 𝐒𝐻𝐻 are naturally unique. We're talking about people with very refined taste and high standards. And their wisdom is also extremely high. This kind of taste and wisdom is special, and it really shows their elegant side. Of course, 𝐒𝐻𝐻's friends include both men and women. For the men, we can say it's simply, well, what can we say? The men are suave and charming, while the women are absolute heartthrobs. So, 𝐒𝐻𝐻s are especially considerate in everything they do, and they also have great taste. They're never embarrassing at all. So if we bring 𝐒𝐻𝐻 along, say if you travel with them, you can rest assured. They especially love taking care of the people around us, right? Because 𝐒𝐻𝐻 really knows how to be a gentleman. As for the ladies, they're especially attentive and caring toward others. He also has patience and perseverance, and his refined taste is always perfectly balanced and under control. He really handles everything with ease, and honestly, 𝐒𝐻𝐻 really loves his family just like us. When we get to know 𝐒𝐻𝐻 more deeply, we discover that he has even more admirable qualities. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, who is it? Yes, type it on the screen. Hello. That's great, because he especially understands what we call fanship. It's really wonderful. Such a nice and wonderful friend, because he uses something called deep sea blue, right? This blue color, yes, it's like the ocean. It really has a certain inspiration. Where does his inspiration come from? It's his constant curiosity, such a strong curiosity that he'll ask you a lot of questions. If you have a friend like that around you, who is so curious, that's our little curious companion, that's whoa. He'll ask you, why is that? Why is it like that? Because of his curiosity, and also because he humbly communicates with others. Of course, with that, he gets help from many friends around the world, right? So his emotions and everything else are just like the ocean. When he's calm, he can be extremely peaceful. And when he's passionate, he's truly enthusiastic. So, getting to know this friend, you'll absolutely never be disappointed because he always brings you a lot of surprises. Let's take a look at the next person. Are there any friends who are Fafa? Yes, type it out on the screen. That's right, we're talking about you. Yes, when it comes to Fafa, we call them best friends, the very best friends. Why? Because, well, when we talk about Fafa, among people, whether at home or at work, he is the one most willing to give. We can really say his heart is overflowing with love. Yes, he always thinks of others first and only then takes care of himself. Isn't that great? That's really good. He always puts others before himself in everything. And also, he is such a loving person, really a sweetheart. So if you have a friend with this kind of personality around you, they are always by your side, ready to help you anytime, anywhere. Isn't that great? He is very responsible when it comes to doing things. So let's take a look at how you can become good friends with Barbara. If you haven't checked yet, see if any of your friends around you have this kind of personality. If you find one, congratulations. If anything happens, he will be by your side right away. Isn't that great? That's really wonderful, right? Okay, let's look at the next one. Is there a Momo? Yes, I'm talking about you. That's right, write it down. Momo's personality is special because he is a peacemaker. He is full of responsibility and takes on everything, whether it's in her career, opportunities, or family. He handles all of it extremely well. Momo will clearly and openly share all the professional opportunities he receives with every person in the group so that everyone can benefit from them. He is also someone who values commitments very much, so her aspirations are sky high. That's why Momo is an ambitious, responsible person who is also very willing to share with others, a true visionary. Do you have a friend like Momo around you? That's wonderful, isn't it? So, since Momo knows how to share with you, you're also very willing to be good friends with her. Now, let's take a look. These are the personality traits of our energy companions that we've been talking about. So, where do these traits come from? All of the personality companion, the energy companion, their personality energies, they all originate from certain frequency energies. Their energy also includes visual energy, which we're talking about. This includes color, light, rays, and frequency. Frequency refers to the magnetic field around you that affects you. You can't see it, but it exists. All of these magnetic field environments are external influences. It also includes sound, the tones you hear. For example, the sound of ocean waves makes us feel very comfortable, while very noisy sounds can be irritating, and these all affect each person's mood. Today, by using AI and combining it with scientific big data, we are integrating the wisdom of both the East and the West to teach everyone how to use your mindset, what we call your intention. Transform your mindset into a positive energy iPhone. It will accompany you. How do you use your intention? Use your intention. Bring out even more positive energy so that you can achieve a fulfilling, happy, joyful, and blessed life.